Hey, hey. Checkmate. Happy Monday. How's it going? How's it going, Twitch? Big ups, big ups. Hope you're doing great. Hope your Monday is fantastic. We got a little something different for you today, trying something new. I have Zwift going here in the background, but I'm not doing much, as you can see. Just gonna ride by ourselves and equip the TT bike here. Just chill out. And I thought we'd watch the ride I did this evening. I went out tonight and recorded on my DJI Osmo, little action cam. And yeah, it was fun. Want to get out to streaming outside, but until we do, we tried a little bit, but my connection was horrible. There you go. I'm gonna ride with myself outside. So yeah, this is today. I went out after work, and you can see my hometown, or where I live now. Go full screen. Oh, there we go. Cool. Here we go. I hope that looks okay. Well, I gotta coast with my real life bike. I'm just kidding. So I started, this is the street I live on. Yeah, and this was just after work, so about 3:30. It's very overcast, but look at all the melt. Hope your Monday's great. It's the old neighborhood I live in. My house is built in 1910. I think there's quite a few houses in here that are built around that time. Turn it down a bit so the wind don't have to hear the wind of my ride. There we go. Yeah, so we took this bike out. It hasn't been off the trainer in months. It was awesome. I have a spare cassette around, so I didn't have to swap my trainer cassette or anything, so it's nice. But here I am trying to get out of town. I'm gonna do some half stops here, so don't tell on me here. You hear me talk once in a while in the video. Let me know if it looks okay. It's too loud. Is the wind sound too loud? Like I try to jump on this Kia here. Give me a draft. Didn't work. This is Cambridge, Ontario. Coast for the stop sign. You can see the snow is almost gone. This is West River Road, and these houses are really nice. The river is on your left. The Grand River, it's really, and on your right there's nothing. So very desired street here. We like our little old house though. This road's horrible. Look at these potholes. Cracks. So good to be outside though. It kind of looks like the Alp here, right? I found some hills for you guys. So that's coming up. So the first little hill's coming up. It's a little punchy hill. figure this out, do you think? It's a steep section. This is the Shep sub averaged 332 on this section. It's 600 meters, 6.6% for 41 meters gained in 600 meters. It's a steep one, huh? This is the activity if anybody's interested. Want to follow along. Then it curves right here. It's a cool little, get a little false flat and then back into it. I'm running out of beans already. Did you hear me there? Oh, shit. And down now. It's short. 600 meters down. You see the hills in the background there. This corner is super sketchy. It's slippery right now, so I slowed right down here. That's the first little hill. Car. So now I head into the second hill. It's a West River Road climb. The first section is 1 kilometer, 5.1%, 52 meters. It starts like right around here. And the whole climb is 2.54 kilometers, 2.2%, so it's gets flat actually at the top. But yeah, it really starts getting decent around here. You can hear me suffering, huh? Getting our second ride in today. Nice. That was like in Zwift when they remind you to drink. Camera's working good. I'm looking forward to trying to get this live, but for now we can yeah. 350 here. 410. I can hear myself. I don't think I got past 410 there. I went quiet. It's the peak of this little climb. Just so happy the roads are getting dry. See me slow down quite a bit at the top here. I said that was hard. Oh, it's a drink reminder. Thank you, earlier self. Passed another biker here. Rare sight today. Not too many people out. One cyclist, I said. I really like these roads, even though they're in horrible shape. They're really, really quiet. I only saw like one car out here. It's a trade-off, right? Because a lot of times the best roads are the busiest because they're, you know, they get attention first. Little false splat. Forget what it's like to coast outside. Every time I hear my free wheel, I'm gonna try to coast on here. Oh, yeah. It's hard to predict. Oh, that's a drink. That's a drink. Thank you, self. It was pretty windy here. You can hear it. Some puppers. Bit of snow hanging on still. March, April. Yeah. It's not uncommon to get snow sometimes into May, so. It's looking good right now. This is cresting the oh, this isn't a Strava segment for here. But it's cresting the the last bit of paved around here, and then it turns to gravel. So I'm going to do a little turnaround up here. Check in on Zwift. How's Zwift going? Yeah. Steady goes. Steady as she goes. There we go. I love this house on the right here. It's like that white and brown kind of. It's nice. And then this really old stone house is beautiful. They don't make them like that anymore. Nice view along here. Hello, cows. You hear it? I have to say hello to the cows. End of the line. Now I'm going to loop back here. This is really good gravel though. If we had the gravel bike, I would be and then down to the right is some great gravel. Lots of ripping gravel. Lots of gravel, you can hear me. But we're on the road bike today. Once in a while, if the gravel's dry and packed, I would take it on there. Runner was probably like, what the heck? Hello. Yeah, now you can see this road from the other way. was cooking in this part. The had a little tailwind. Get the puppy paws going on. Gotta practice holding that for longer. When is my earlier self gonna have a drink? I need one. Better. Was getting hot outside too, but it was like 5 degrees outside today. Seven. Wind direction 19 kilometers an hour southwest. Feels like 4. That's what we call spring, baby. Watch for walkers. Kids playing. I love this view on the right. I don't know if I caught it here. Let's see. No, not really. No, I didn't. You can see the hills, so it's like a big valley there. Looks really nice. Very picturesque. Oh, you got a little flash there. Get a little downhill speed here. Crank those legs, it's gonna turn back up. Always try to carry that momentum into this little hill, this little false flat. Carry it, carry it. Carry it up the hill. It's pretty similar. Oh, I got the drink. Oh, double drink. That was a double drink. Up, down is right. Here we go. This is a segment, let go of the brakes. Averaged 42 kilometers. We hit a max of 66 on this hill. My best segment time is 15 seconds faster than this. Must have a tailwind plus. That hill's 2.26 kilometers down the segment, minus 2.5%. Steep part is minus 4.3. And then this happened. Fire truck. And I was like, is it turning here or is it okay? Just got out of the way. I'm a simple man. I see fire truck, I call it out. Definitely got a little excited when I saw the fire truck. That kid in you a little bit to like, ooh. Hope everyone was okay though, whatever happened. So this is a segment. West River climb, no stop signs. It's 0.8 kilometers at 4.2% up here. Up this section. Really sums up this area. Just a lot of like slow rollers. Come on. I'd push it over that hill. That's good enough. What did we do in that? We did 288 watts on that segment. That's good. We're coming back into town here, and then I'm gonna exit town again. Just gonna skimp the outskirts here. We have a pretty good hill coming up called Grand Ridge. I haven't done Grand Ridge in months, and it killed me today. Segment's called Grand Ridge Suffer. It's 750 meters, 6.3%. And the long version is 1 kilometer, the full version, 5% total. So, yeah. But the steep part is, it starts real steep and then it kind of levels out a bit, but you'll see. Little flash again. Oh, it's switching videos. That's normal. Okay, that's all good. That black flash. It's because it's a bunch of cut up videos. It's just today's ride, so I haven't had a chance to bring it into Premiere and export it as one piece. Gonna hop some curbs here, or speed bumps. There's a kid on the skateboard and I felt like I had to like do a good jump here. I didn't get much reaction from him. If you're not showing off in front of kids on skateboards, what are you doing with your life? Up Grand Ridge we go. It starts pretty modest there, so I always try to power in. And then this is probably the steepest bit as it curves around. And I'm already dead. Listen to that suffering. Let's heckle them. No, it wasn't too bad for the first time this year up Grand Ridge. This one just keeps going. Listen to that. Don't feel sorry for me, I don't. You feel like it's about done there, and then it kicks up again here for the last section. I did a, what did I do on this? I did a 2:14 on this hill, and my best time's a 1:55, so. Not horrible. 19 seconds off. Listen to that suffering. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, we get to drink. A little out of shape. That's as real as it gets. It was at this point I felt way overdressed. Hopping potholes. Yeah, so now I'm gonna take you out in the country a bit. And I guess the other section was pretty much country. Really gonna leave Cambridge here though. Goodbye. The muted, ominous sun behind the layers of clouds. It was nice still. Yeah, I hope your Monday's going great. Hope you like my little cycle tour today. Hoping to figure out the live stream outside. Just have to get the bit rate like good enough where I'm happy with it. Like, this looks so good because it's obviously it's recorded to a memory card, and yeah, we'll figure that out. This works for them. We got a double workout. We got a little pitch here. Kind of false. This is called a false flat tee. Takes the wind out of your sails, though. That hill. Just short, but enough to slow you down. Video switch. See on the right there, there's a new gravel pit. Not thrilled with it. Not thrilled with it. It was just all farmland. But I guess they need gravel to make roads. I just wish they'd fix this road. There's the entrance to the pit. We'll pick up a little speed down here. Close to that wind. Oh-hoo! Get arrow, baby. And try to carry that speed over this little bump again. What I was doing there, looking around. Lots of pines, pine trees, spruce. Say what you want. The next section coming up is Greenfield, Shoalders to Reedsville. I got a second on that. Second PR. But I was still 40 seconds behind my first. Shows you just not quite in the shape that, not quite there yet. That visor. Take a moment and check on Zwift. How's our TT friend? Nice. 25 kilometers already. A lot faster than my real life bike ride today. Tell you that. Another little false flatter. Work it. Now we're out in the country here. Nothing but farms. Yeah. This really sums up this area. It's just like constant false flats rolling. This ride was 42 kilometers and 449 meters of elevation, so just above that 1% kind of, which, I mean, isn't like crazy hilly, but it's enough, just steady. Video switch. It's like a blink, like an eye blink. Welcome to Farmland, Ontario. Oh, we get a drink. I like the way you work it, farmers. Really nice stone house there again. Or brick, I guess. It's just a brick house. Crank it. Crank it up the hill, bud. I'm going for it. And now we get to go down. Up and down, remember. This is a good hill. If I get to coast down this hill, like my real life. I don't know what we got up to. We got up to 55 kilometers an hour in here. Actually, not that much, but you can hear the wind pounding us, so you can get going faster on this hill. And then unfortunately it kind of just starts sloping back up here. So you lose that momentum. You try to carry it into this just like 1% kind of like just nipping you at the heels. They're not out right now, but on the right is a bison farm. It's really cool. I'll come back. We'll see the bison. It's really huge. It's a huge farm. It goes like starts from back there to that fence line, and then I think the other side is also theirs. I don't know. Just a fence line for their driveway. And then they sell all that bison at a local shop, like a farm that we're gonna pass as well. I tried it, it's quite good. It's expensive though. If anybody's ever had bison. It's a lot more than beef for like per kilogram or per pound. I don't know what's a lot more, but has a little like interesting taste. Like, I don't know. Anybody else can explain bison? Slightly gamey, maybe. Crazy high in protein though. And leaner than beef. Good old bison steak. There's a horse farm coming up here. I like to stop and say hello. See him on the left there, chilling. Hey guys. It's like a horse boarding. Oh, I'm gonna stop at this stop sign, like real life. Always look both ways, remember. I did. Go down here into a little valley here. Or little, I don't know, formation. And you guessed it, back up. Ambulance. I thought this would be like entertaining, but it's turning out to be good practice as well for the route. Like I feel like I can anticipate where I should have been pedaling, or might be another benefit to this. I'll tell you though, it's a lot easier on the trainer. Here's the farm where they sell the bison. Oak Ridge Acres, yeah. Great farm. Beef, pork, chicken, whatever. Good veggies, good local, everything's locally farm grown. We go there for feeling like we have too much money. It's pretty expensive compared to like a supermarket. It's premium, I guess. I don't know. Oh, we get to go puppy hands. Fake aero bars. I guess that's all I had. Next segment we're coming up to. Is that this stuff? No. It's 0.9 kilometers, 2.5%. I guess that because it starts right from the bottom. It gets steep at the... Oh, there's the steep part. 6.6% for 0.3 kilometers. That's from the tracks, so we'll watch that to come up. It's a good little bite. I love those tall pines. Nothing but farms. Beer. Nice of you to drop by, thank you. Such rebel, yeah. This is our ride from earlier today. And I'm just duplicating over it right now. Oh wait, I got a coast here. I can hear my freewheel. Thanks for stopping by, and yeah, I hope you like a little cruise around southern Ontario here, where I live. It was so nice being outside. You've been getting outside yourself? Oh, that's a drink. That's a drink. $50s, nice. That's awesome. Walk to the mailbox, nice. What is 50s? 50C in Celsius. Took forever. Far mailbox. This is when the segment starts, the tracks. So it's 6.6% here for 340 meters. Oh, right. That's brutal. That's brutal. Oh, watch me suffer on this little segment. I hope that takes a bit of pain away. No shit. Yeah, that's horrible. Wound vac. What is that? Yeah, definitely take the time and get healed up. Sounds serious. Few weeks, yeah. Man, it's brutal. I hope a speedy recovery. I've stopped by and watched your stream a few times. I enjoy it. Looks like you've been working hard. Sounds good. Hope we catch you around. Watch some TV. Yeah, heal up here, Bear. Just worry about recovery, and they'll be back. Yeah, look forward to seeing you back. Peace and be well. Heal up, my friend. Enjoy some TV. We all need that downtime. Should be taking some downtime instead of replicating our ride. We're not going very hard right now, though. Where are we here? 34 kilometers in Zwift. We're gonna see where we end up in compared to our ride. That'll be fun. Let's see what the speed difference is. Oh look, we sniffed at the same time. That's brutal. I need a new nose. We're coming back on Alps Road here, so always good when the road's called Alp Road. Alps Hill coming up. It's 900 meters, 3%. Not too bad. Starting to flatten out here again. Jump the tracks. Whoa! Oh! I jumped the trainer a little bit. Just a little more of the front wheel. Probably shouldn't do that, This is a little 3% or whatever coming up here. Yeah. Here we go. It's just like enough to be something, right? You know? Know what I mean? So like, it's pretty flat, and then it gets a little steep here at the top. Guess it goes to 10% up here. So, in spirit, let's go for it. That tree is old. It's cool. Did you hear that? That's funny. Waiting for Bike Me to drink, but we have to cheat here. I feel like I'm judging myself looking at the camera. Did you just take a drink? It's funny. Hope your Monday is going great. Oh, video switch. Switch. It's the last segment before home. I'm looking like triple here. Just so you know. I know I went through that stop sign. So it cranks up here. And this is where Alps, I guess, this is Alps 3? 0.6 kilometers, 3.7%. It's because it goes up and down here though, so it's like, messes you up. Rollers. This is a lot like Titan's Grove or something. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Woo! Suffered up that one, didn't we? What does that peak at? No way. Strava says it gets up to 15, 16% there, but I don't know. And then here peaks out at like 5, oh, 8.5 here. It's the peak, and then it starts flattening out here. Little spikes, little spikes. Oh, we're coming home, baby. We're almost there. Soon we'll see, we'll compare this ride to our Zwift ride. We started at the same time, and we'll see how we compare. We are on a TT bike in Zwift, so it's kind of cheating. There's no wind. Some really good trails in there. It's really nice to walk and take the mountain bike or gravel bike in the summer. Fat bike right now. But yeah, we're here in the last segment. Whipping home. What do we do here? We did 200 watts average through here. Average 33.5 kilometers an hour. Max 50. Probably on this hill we hit that 50. And then it slowly just angles back up here. Oh, we get a drink. Cheers. Cheers, earlier self. Yeah, hope you enjoyed this farmland tour of pre-spring. There's no buds on the trees yet, so let's keep doing this though, and we'll see how the seasons change. Just nice to be back outside. Let's pedal in to finish this ride. We got the coast. Last little hill coming up here. It's a little up down. Down up. The up section is 300 meters. 5%. That one coming up there. I'm gonna pedal hard into it. I don't know if I got that energy left right now. Best strategy is to pretty much just sprint up these hills. They're short, like. It's my strategy anyways. See our 30-second sprint. We did 34 seconds up that. Our best time is 28 seconds, so almost 20% slower. That's a drink. Back to the gravel pit. And the last segment is we turn left back into town here with what energy we have left. Take a good look here, it's busy. Such a dad move. Make sure you look both ways now, okay? And that's it. There was like a couple minutes left of the ride, but my battery fried. And I was so close to home that I was like, yeah, we're not gonna change the battery now. So, let's stop. Our ride was, are you ready? Oh my God, this is so close. What's the bets? Was outside faster or was Zwift faster? Results. Drum roll. Today's ride was 42.8 kilometers. 123. Oh wow, like I'm just short. And we Zwifted it on the TT bike. 43.5. So close. Can you believe that? I'm losing my mind. Shows you how much harder it is outside because we're let's look at the stats. End ride. Average 138, did it say? Oh, we didn't pace partner ride. We left the pace partner. Let's see. It should have uploaded now. Okay, so the let's check it out this way. So our pace partner ride was 43 kilometers, 123, and our outside ride today was 42.88, 123.16. Outside was 449 meters of elevation. Inside was 137. Oh wow, that's the difference. Okay, so we averaged 160 inside, and we averaged 228 outside for the same time, to go the same amount pretty much. So yeah, wind, road surface. Isn't that crazy? I think that's expected, but yeah. So it, like, you ride on the trainer a lot, you know it's just faster. But that was a lot of fun. Thank you very much for hanging out. I don't know if anybody's... Oh, Bullet's Zwifting. Alright, I'm going to send you over to Bullet. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. And see you soon. We'll, yeah, we're out of here. Have a good night. Stay safe. Lots of love. See you soon. Give a follow if you haven't yet. So.